Now on CoastTV News.
Chasing D.C. dollars, Maryland Governor Wes Moore was in the nation's capital today, trying to lock down funding to replace the Key Bridge.
Ocean City rollover. Look at the damage to this SUV, what we know so far about the accident.
Chopping down trees, the power company says these had to go, but it didn't make things any easier on the people who loved having them in their yards.
A sad discovery during spring roundup, what saltwater cowboys revealed today.
And we have a few waves of rain headed in our direction, especially late Wednesday and going into Thursday. More on that in a moment.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Charlie Sakaitis.
And I'm Mallory Metzner. Welcome to our news at 11. We begin tonight with the latest news on the Francis Scott Key Bridge.
New tonight, Maryland Governor Wes Moore spent the day in the nation's capital seeking funding for the Key Bridge collapse. The governor, along with members of the state congressional delegation, met with Biden administration officials to discuss the plan for rebuilding the Francis Scott Key Bridge and the next steps to fully reopen the Port of Baltimore, without burdening the state of Maryland with the cost, that is. Maryland's leaders aim to introduce a legislation that ensures the federal government will pay 100% of the cost to rebuild that bridge.
That this has been a true coordinated effort, and we're grateful. And I just stand here as simply a representative of 6.3 million people who are not just here to say thank you, but also here to say that we are prepared to be partners in this work for the long run.
Officials say the total cost of the project to rebuild, that's still being calculated. The Key Bridge collapsed last month after it was struck by a cargo ship.
Meanwhile, while the bridge is down and a major lane of traffic is shuttered, the Maryland Department of Transportation State Highway Administration is urging drivers to use its real-time traffic map as they navigate the city. More than 30,000 daily trips have been rerouted by the bridge collapse, causing even more traffic on the remaining roads and highways. We have a link to that real-time map on our website, CoastTV.com.
New tonight in Ocean City, police say a major accident disrupted traffic earlier this afternoon. According to police, this happened near the intersection of 112th Street and Coastal Highway. The driver was taken to the hospital. We don't have an update on their condition. In the same accident, 2 utility poles were damaged, creating some concern about power disruptions. This is an ongoing investigation.
A viewer sent in some photos. Here's a picture of the damage, and you can see the Nissan SUV rolled over on its side. Again, still no word on a cause of the crash. Ocean City Police says Delmarva Power was called out to evaluate the poles that were hit. The agency posted on Facebook before 9 p.m. to say all lanes had reopened and to thank the power company for a quick response and repairs. Now let's take a live look outside into Lewis. It felt like spring, maybe almost summer today. So let's check in with our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams to see if that trend continues.
Well, we're going to trend with warmer weather, so that's always a good thing. But now we have to deal with the possibility of rain in the forecast. And we still have that concern for some coastal flood advisories. We'll get to that in just a moment. Our Lewis Irish Eyes camera in Lewis, we're looking at 57 degrees, and that's pretty much going to hold serve for the rest of the evening, going into the early morning hours at 3 o'clock with partly cloudy skies. So here's a look at those coastal flood advisories in effect for Kent as well as all of Sussex County. Now, that's because we're concerned about a foot of inundation that could happen around those cities or those towns that are next to bay areas or next to the coast. Then we also have this, a gale wind watch. Now, that's just different than a small craft advisory because this is dealing with stronger winds. So small craft advisory, 25 mile per hour winds. These are 35 mile per hour winds. And they could get a little more robust because we're expecting a storm system to come calling and knocking on our door, particularly Thursday going into Friday. Now we'll talk about that and why we have a yellow alert day coming up in a few moments. We'll detail that for you. But until then, back to you, Charlie.
Thank you, Paul, for keeping us up to date. We first reported this story last month when neighbors in the Hunter's Mill development said beloved trees were being taken down. Since Terry Morrison's trees were finally cut down this morning, Delmarva Power has told her that they will replace her peach trees out of the path of the power lines. However, other neighbors facing the same issue don't believe the trees on their property pose a problem.
Cutting trees down is going to make a difference to these wires. The trees will never get that tall. they'll never be in the way. So let us have our property. It's our yard. You know, let us do what we want within a guideline.
Several other neighbors in Hunter's Mill still await the removal of trees in their yard. And that's going to bring us right into our Coast TV poll. We want to know who should determine tree removal when trees conflict with power lines.
Let's take a look at the updated results on your screen here. It looks like 87%, the grand majority of this vote, say the power company should decide. 5% say the property owner, and 8% say maybe it depends on the situation.
Pretty resounding in the poll right there. Now, if you haven't voted yet, you can still do that at CoastTV.com or use the Coast TV mobile app.
I'm Madeline Overturf. Here's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. If you want to buy something from, say, Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, Seaford Police want to remind you there is a safe place to do that. In fact, they have 2 designated spots in their parking lot. And just this week, police say at least 2 people filed reports saying their purchase meetups not there went bad, including fake money and attempted robbery. If you're on Dover Air Force Base Wednesday, don't worry if you see a lot of activity. The base says it's conducting an air show major accident response exercise from 9 to noon. Sad news out of Chincoteague. The fire company has announced that as part of the spring roundup, it's realized at least 3 mares died. The fire company says it was a tough winter on Assateague for those wild ponies. That's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. I'm Madeline Overturf.
Route 1 safety was top of mind when Fenwick Island's Pedestrian Safety Committee met today. According to the committee, 33,000 cars drove through Fenwick in February, and it was 55,000 in March. The committee is sounding the alarm about drivers making illegal U-turns over crosswalks and towards oncoming traffic. The committee says DelDOT was in town recently, looking into improvements that have been discussed since before 2020. According to Mayor Natalie Magdeburger, the agency price-pointed moving a crosswalk at $75,000 and said the town would need to commit to paying for the project.
It's right in front of Town Hall and they do it. And then if there isn't an officer there, as soon as they move away from it, the next 10 people do a U-turn. And if they don't do U-turn, then they turn into one of our parking lots, which is just as dangerous because our parking lots are full of pedestrians.
Nothing was voted on. This was all just a discussion. The Pedestrian Safety Committee decided to meet again on May 14th at 2 p.m.
Ocean City's Town Council is considering adding metered parking on 3rd and 4th Street between St. Louis Avenue and the Bay. At what would have been a playground, pickleball courts, and more, the Recs and Park Department says that metered spots keep people from leaving their cars there for too long. If cars are there for too long, there are less places for park goers. Ed Schilling says this would also benefit Ocean City in a different way.
I also understand where generating revenue, especially in season, it does make sense.
The ordinance is ongoing right now. Its second reading, that will be the next step for it before it can become a reality.
New at 11, Sussex County has announced its first ever public safety director. This comes as the county says its 911 operations, emergency management, and paramedic programs are being reorganized into a new Department of Public Safety in the coming months. The county says Robert W. Murray, Jr. has been promoted from Director of Sussex County Emergency Medical Services. The county says this change will be official no later than July 1st. Arizona's Supreme Court ruled today to uphold a more than a century-old law that bans nearly all abortions. It will be one of the strictest in the nation.
The case is the latest high-profile example of the battle over abortion access that has played out across the country since Roe v. Wade was overturned by the U.S. Supreme Court in 2022. Jen Sullivan breaks down the ruling and has reaction.
In an historic decision, Arizona's Supreme Court ruled Tuesday to uphold a 123-year-old law that bans nearly all abortions. Democratic officials in the state are outraged.
This is dangerous.
The law the Supreme Court upheld in a 4-2 decision bans abortions in all cases except when it is necessary to save a pregnant woman's life. It also carries a prison sentence of 2 to 5 years for abortion providers.
As long as I am Attorney General, of the state of Arizona, no woman or doctor will be prosecuted under this draconian law.
Arizona joins nearly 24 other states that have banned or limited access to abortion since Roe v. Wade was overturned in 2022. Despite the ruling, surveys continue to show that most American adults are in favor of abortion access. In a KFF poll released last month, 71% of adults said abortion should be legal in most or all cases. Only 29% said it should be illegal in most or all cases. Advocates warn that patients seeking an abortion will face a dire situation.
This is going to have absolutely unbelievable consequences for the patients in our community.
Vice President Kamala Harris, who's made reproductive rights her platform, says she'll travel to Arizona Friday to show support for a woman's right to choose. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
And again, despite the ruling, surveys continue to show that most American adults are in favor of access to abortion.
Well, it looks like spring showers are about to spring up all over the place. More on the rain that's headed our way when we return.
First, and coming up next, a second opportunity for a local team to travel overseas for some soccer training and more. How this opportunity could transform her career and life. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Our soldiers are heroes who protect our country. But when they come home, it's up to us to help our heroes. Now, during FH First Spring Into Giving campaign, for every $29 cooling system tune-up we perform, we'll donate that amount directly to Wounded Warrior Project. FH Fur Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical. Call 877-CALL-FUR or visit FHFur.com to schedule your $29 cooling system tune-up. And use hashtag SpringIntoGiving to share how you're giving back.
Toyota is going all wheels in with fantastic deals on thousands of in-stock Toyotas ready for delivery. So visit your local dealer today for a great selection of front, four, and all-wheel drive vehicles. Right now, get low 4.75% APR on a sporty Camry or stylish Corolla. Get fantastic deals when you go all wheels in on your new Toyota. Let's go places.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
It is a huge honor. A teenager from Georgetown has been invited to travel overseas for soccer training. But this year, she also received an invitation to explore a university that's recruiting her to play soccer.
Telemundo Delmarva and Coast TV News reporter Ana Sofia Roman shows us what this opportunity means for this local athlete.
17-year-old Natalie Robledo Chavez is thrilled about her second chance to train at the Juventus Academy, a soccer camp put on by a professional team in Italy for 2 weeks. She told Coast TV News that last year's training emphasized the importance of mental strength and introduced her to new techniques she now practices here at home.
My experience is really amazing. It was a really new culture and environment, and being able to go there was really, really dreamlike because I've never been to another country, especially for football too.
These achievements of Rolero Chavez are a source of pride for her family as they show the sacrifice that everyone has made since she started playing soccer when she was 9 years old.
Well, it has not been easy. It has been quite a process because we have had to travel sometimes 45 minutes to an hour for her trainings. But with God's help, everything is done, and we are still in that fight for her, and those blessings also that we have received from her.
This year, Robledo Chavez has also been invited to England, a trip that could also shape her future soccer career.
It consists of looking at the college there, which is called the University of Central Lancashire, and we're gonna get to see the place, tour it, and also just look at the soccer program because they will be recruiting me, and it's probably the first one, and so I'm really excited about that.
Taking her skills and passion to the other side of the world. In Georgetown, Ana Sofia Roman, Coast TV News.
Robledo Chavez is expected to leave for Italy on June 29th.
For more on that story, visit our website. It's on coasttvnews.com.
We take a look at Seaford right now, and what we see is an absolutely gorgeous day. And we're going to stay gorgeous, night. tonight. Sorry. And we're going to stay gorgeous all night long. The temperature right now is 60 glorious degrees. We're going to stay at about 60, 61 for the rest of the night with partly cloudy skies. Well, listen, we warmed all the way up to like 76 degrees, for example, in Salisbury, 75 in Georgetown and Cambridge, and 72 Wallops Island, 71 for the high in Ocean City. We still have the coastal flood advisory. You know, I'm just going to say, climate change is real, folks. We weren't usually dealing with this. I've been here for the last 5 years. We are having more coastal flood advisories than anything else. It's not a political statement. That is a scientific statement backed up by empirical evidence. But we also have gale wind watch in effect for us with 35-mile-per-hour winds along the coast for us. And we're going to stay breezy for the next couple of days, especially with a storm system that's headed in our direction now. It's looking all innocent for right now, but it's going to turn a little bit ugly, particularly as we go over to the west and we start seeing some of these other storms over here that will start brewing, like in the deep south. There we go. I want to bring this over here throughout portions of Mississippi. This same powder keg right here is going to begin to swing in our direction pretty quick. By the way, my co-anchors are suffering from this tremendously, and I feel bad for them. But yeah, the trees are extreme levels for today. It'd be nice if I could say that's going to be the case tomorrow, but I can't. It's going to be elevated once again. We're in the 50s right now, near 60-degree temperature readings, and we're about 6 degrees to 9 degrees warmer than we were just 24 hours ago. I love talking about the warming trend because, man, I'm tired of the cold weather, aren't you? So we're looking at the winds out of the south, continuing with that warm trend now. Power walking forecast. At 5 o'clock in the morning, you're going to catch a little sprinkle. But at about 7 o'clock, it'll just be cloudy, maybe a little drizzly, but then it'll dry out more as you progress throughout the day and will warm up into the 70s. Now, as far as the amount of rain that we're expecting, really not until we get to Thursday, going into Friday, and we're still looking for only about 3/4 of an inch of rain. So since it's not quite an inch of rain, that doesn't reach our, red alert threshold, so to speak, which is 1 inch of rain, 3/4 of an inch. So yeah, we're looking for a yellow kind of a day for us on Thursday. Wednesday we have scattered showers and temperatures will climb into the 70s. But Thursday we start off cloudy, murky a little bit. And then Thursday evening, look at all these arrows. The dense, the more numerous arrows indicating stronger winds coming out of the south, stronger push of moisture in the low levels of the atmosphere. And that'll set us up for hitting spot showers late into the night going to the early morning hours. Now, also, this wall of rain is going to pull through. By Friday morning, we'll have the back end of this pulling out of the way. But then a second tier of rain will come and visit us on Friday. But that second tier of rain not going to be all that strong. The real money, if you're going to place a bet on when the rain's going to be real robust, put your chips on Thursday. Whether you're in South Bethany or Ocean City, always bet on Thursday on this particular case, okay? And we're looking forward to stay a bit waterlogged for us on Dewey Beach and Cape Henlopen on Thursday as well. Wrapping your forecast, 57 for tonight as the clouds continue to thicken, scattered showers, and kind of iffy at best for tomorrow, but then isolated thunderstorms are possible for Thursday. Finally, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodel Extended Forecast. Remember, we're looking for a yellow alert day on Thursday evening.
Thank you, Paul. Still to come, COVID fraud. More than $1 billion has been frozen as the federal government chases down pandemic relief fraud funds.
And next, another Boeing whistleblower steps forward, the allegations and what the company is saying to defend itself.
They're breaded in spicy tempura and made with cayenne. But most importantly, they're back.
Plus a hot new deal. 2 orders of 10-piece McNuggets for $6. Spicy or classic.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Thank you for calling Coastal Comfort.
This is a complimentary call. A couple of years ago, I had my heat pumps replaced. Last night, I noticed one of them wasn't working right. Somebody was out here within a couple of hours, and it's working perfectly. But I was in the service industry for 33 years. Good service is something you can't find today. It very much is appreciated. Your crew's a good crew. Really fine people are professional and they're efficient.
Coastal Comfort, a Carrier factory authorized dealer. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Tomorrow at 4 on Coast Life. Immerse yourself in the dazzling world of the Sunrise Fest at Shellville, where music and sparkle meet. Then brace yourself for a chilling adventure with a ghost hunt in Ocean City. Coast Life, tomorrow at 4 on Coast TV.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation where we bring the showroom to you.
Get live satellite and radar. Download the free CoastTV First Alert Weather app. Sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
This is your reminder to thank the friend who gets McDonald's breakfast for the group while everyone else sleeps in.
Get the sausage McMuffin with egg for $2.79 and an iced coffee for just 99 cents.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The UV Index Weather Report is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism. Somewhere to smile about.
Boeing is back in the news tonight after new concerns over their 787 Dreamliner have been made public.
The FAA announced Tuesday it is investigating after a whistleblower stepped forward last January. Boeing engineer Sam Salahpour alleges Boeing took shortcuts when it made its 777 and 787 Dreamliner jets.
He warns the risk could be catastrophic as the planes age, affecting 400 777s and 1,000 787s. Salahpour says Boeing has retaliated against him since he made his complaint.
Boeing did not comment about its 777 Dreamliner, but countered claims about the 787. The company released a statement that says, in part, quote, claims about the structural integrity of the 787 are inaccurate. An investigation is forthcoming. Federal authorities are making sweeping progress in arresting those who stole COVID-19 pandemic relief funds and prosecuting them. Today, the U.S. Justice Department said its COVID-19 Fraud Enforcement Task Force had seized nearly $1.5 billion in stolen funds. More than 3,500 people have reportedly been charged with federal crimes related to COVID relief fraud, totaling more than $2 billion. And prosecutors have also reached over 400 civil settlements and judgments in their investigation. U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland issued a statement saying the work is not over and that they will continue to investigate and prosecute these crimes.
The eclipse is now in the rearview mirror. It was a lot of fun, but the next big rare event is heading our way fast. This one, though, you're going to have to look down for. The cicadas are emerging soon, and there could be more of them than the world has seen in 200 years. According to experts, some trillion cicadas will start appearing in May and live for about 6 weeks as part of what is called a dual emergence. For the first time since 1803, two specific groups of cicadas are going to appear at the same time. People living in the Midwest and the Southeast will experience the rare event after they emerge and molt. The males will start buzzing to find a mate, and that noise can be louder than a plane. It's possible we see a few outliers here in Delaware, but we're not in any of these cicada hotspots this go round. The next major cicada event in Delaware isn't until 2038. Still ahead tonight, highlights from the Shorebirds home opener in Salisbury. Delmarva searching for its first win of the season against the Red Sox.
Don't miss the Tempur-Pedic closeout event at Johnny Gymnastics Mattress World. Shop now and save up to 50% on floor sample closeouts from Tempur-Pedic. Plus, get a free gift for a limited time only at Johnny Gymnastics Mattress World.
Discover why Gateway Subaru is Delmarva's destination dealership, earning our customers' trust and exceeding expectations. No matter where you live, experience the Gateway difference with our no-pressure sales approach and fair, honest pricing. Plus, Gateway has more in-stock Subaru inventory to choose from than other dealers have combined. Need service fast? Our quick service lane is always ready. No appointment needed. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
Tired of looking at the same old faded siding on your home? Give your home a new makeover with quality siding from Spicer Brothers.
At Spicer Brothers, we're your partners in transforming your home into a masterpiece.
Our team of skilled professionals are dedicated to delivering top quality craftsmanship and exceptional customer service. And right now, save 50% off siding installation and get free gutters. Plus, take advantage of no interest and no payments until 2026. Add value to your home with new siding from Spicer Brothers because you deserve the best.
Is the name of your bank changing again? The Farmers Bank of Willards has been a local independent bank for nearly 100 years. When you bank local, your money stays here in our community, where it benefits our local businesses, farms, and families. The Farmers Bank has real people ready to help and world-class features like our free mobile banking app with Locket debit card security, a Smart Cent savings program, and free checking with no minimum balance. Stop paying extra fees and switch to the Farmers Bank of Willardsburg, where people matter.
Here at Delaware Electric Cooperative, we don't have customers, we have members. Those we power own the cooperative and are entitled to all of its profits. Because we're a not-for-profit, we are focused on service. That's why our electric rates are the lowest in the region and why our employee family continues to achieve record reliability. Like the farmers who founded our co-op in the 1930s, we believe everyone is entitled to quality electric service. Member built, member owned. That's the DEC difference.
Don't miss the Beauty Rest Black closeout event at Johnny Janosic's Mattress World. Shop now and save up to 50% on Beauty Rest Black floor sample closeouts. Plus, get a free gift for a limited time only at Johnny Janosic's Mattress World.
Clean up everybody in Milford. The city says the 4th annual community cleanup is happening in Bicentennial Park. If you want to join, then mark your calendars for Saturday, April 13th. It runs from 8 to 10:30 a.m. While pre-registration is closed, the town says day of signups, they are welcome.
In health news, it's National Donate Life Month, a time to raise awareness about organ donation and encourage Americans to register as donors. Right now, there are more than 103,000 men, women, and children on the national transplant waiting list. Mandy Gaither has 5 facts about organ donation that you might not know.
It was a record year in 2023. Organ donors saved more than 46,000 lives, a new milestone in the U.S.
Unfortunately, it's not enough. As we speak today, there's more than 100,000 people awaiting organ transplant.
Dr. Bashar Akel with Mayo Clinic says it's important to know that another person is added to the organ transplant waiting list every 8 minutes in the U.S., and 17 people die waiting for an organ every day.
We always can change those dynamics. We can help more people receive the live organ transplant by becoming organ donors.
The doctor says every donor can save up to 8 lives, while a single tissue donor can impact the lives of as many as 75 people, and a kidney or part of a liver can be donated while the donor is still alive.
The donor usually maintains their quality of life, and interestingly enough, the liver will regrow back to its normal size within less than 90 days.
Finally, innovative technology is helping more people than ever get a life-saving transplant.
One of those new technologies is what we call organ perfusion, or some people have known this as an organ in a box. This applies to the liver, to the kidney, as well as to the heart, which allowed us to deliver life-saving organ transplant to more and more people.
Anyone interested in becoming an organ donor can sign up online at organdonor.gov/signup. You can also register in person at your local motor vehicle department. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Moving to sports, the Shorebirds hosted the Salem Red Sox. It was their 2024 opener. DSM's Tim Nolan has the recap from Purdue Stadium.
Yeah, you can't win them all. And for Delmarva, the Shorebirds have yet to win any. Salem topped Delmarva 5-2 tonight, dropping the Shorebirds to 0-4 in the season, while Salem picked up its first win. Except it was also a night of first here for the Shorebirds organization. The first under new skipper Colin Woody, the first game for the Orioles' highest paid international prospect ever in number 13 prospect Brylan Tavara. And oh, by the way, it was also the first night that felt like baseball weather, 70s, just around first pitch. Riley Cooper got the start for Delmarva and struck out 3 over 3 innings of work, while allowing just a single hit. Jeddickson Paez started for Salem and stranded the bases loaded in the second with a strikeout. But the Shorebirds came through in the following inning. With 2 on and 2 out, Anutis Mordan laced a line drive into left. Leandro Orias gets the wave home, and the O's number 15 prospect beats the tag for a run. Sox try to nab Anderson de los Santos at third, and then that throw skips into left field, and the Shorebirds would take a 2-0 lead. Salem will go on to win this one by a final score of 5-2, but Shorebirds fans, don't worry, still plenty more chances for Delmarva to get back against the Sox. Game 2 of 6 is tomorrow at 7:05, happening right here at Purdue Stadium. Reporting from Purdue and Salisbury one final time, Tim Nolan, DSN.
Furry friend appreciation coming up, why it's extra important to hug your dog tomorrow. Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 11.
I'm a public school teacher. I know lots of people said, I can do that. Come and try it for a day.
A lot of our challenges are funding.
Teachers often go in their own pocket to make sure students have backpacks, pencils. David Trone, that's pushed for more public school funding and public school teachers.
And it's so great to have someone at the national level that's going to be on our side.
David Trone's always supported teachers. Now Maryland teachers have overwhelmingly endorsed David.
David would definitely get an A+.
I'm David Trone, and I approve this message.
It's that time of year, spring, and with spring comes spring's greatest hits. You never know what life has in store, and when you need urgent medical care, your Doc's Inn is here for you. With extended hours, we operate on your schedule, so you can just walk in when you need us. Every Your Doc's Inn is equipped with on-site x-rays and labs to diagnose and treat you in one stop. You never know when you'll be one of spring's greatest hits, but if you are, remember, Your Doc's Inn. You'll love the way we care for you.
When homeowners think of a kitchen remodel, they picture their house in chaos for months, eating out every night, and of course, a big invoice.
With Paul Davis, we have an easy kitchen remodel solution for a fraction of the cost. Our certified installers add 5 layers of hardwood over your cabinets with new doors and drawers to match.
And it's done in as little as 3 days.
Save Big 3 Ways is now extended. Get last year's pricing, pay nothing until 2025, and get $1,000 off now ending April 30th.
Call Paul Davis for a free estimate.
The world's #1 selling farm tractor. Easy to operate and more powerful than your average tractor. Mahindra tractors. Push more, pull more, lift more. With more torque and lower engine maintenance, Mahindra tractors are rugged and tough. We know how much you love your land, so we want you to love your tractor. Get your next Mahindra tractor today. Southern States of Milford, improving farming and improving life. Rooted since 1948.
The Harry K Foundation presents the second annual Chocolate Crawl on Saturday, April 13th in downtown Rehoboth. Enjoy delectably fabulous chocolate creations and then vote for your favorite to win top prize. For tickets and info, visit harrykfoundation.org/events.
All new Drew.
Look at that kick!
And get that one up.
Legend Jennifer Lewis takes over Drew.
Could we be best friends?
Wednesday at noon on Coast TV.
In case you need another reason to love on your four-legged friends tomorrow, April 10th is National Hug Your Dog Day. Those extra cuddles are beneficial to both of you. Hugging your dog releases a feel-good hormone in both humans and pups. It gives you and your canine a little boost as your bond.
And sink your sweet tooth into this one. Chocolate lovers can crawl through Rehoboth in the Harry K Foundation's second annual event. Over 30 different businesses on the lineup. Try their special chocolate creations and vote for your favorite. The chocolate crawl is from 1 to 4 this Saturday. Tickets are available online.
That's right. Calories with a purpose. Don't you love it? All right. Our Orsted camera in West OC, where winds out of the south at 4 miles per hour and the temperature of 53, and we're going to stay in the 50s for the rest of the night with partly cloudy skies. Our umbrella giveaway winner, by the way, is Larry Cook of Millville. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling. Ocean City sponsoring our UV index for the next 5 days. We're going to be at a level of 6 for Wednesday going into Thursday. It looks like we're going to stay 6, so at a high level, so there is a possibility of getting burned. So it's time to go ahead and grab the SPF plus 30 because we are in that time of the year. Listen, we have scattered showers that's going to make its move towards us. We're going to watch out for spotty sprinkles throughout the day. And as we go into our exclusive 10-day forecast, we could see some hit-and-miss spot sprinkles on Wednesday. But really, I'm thinking more so on Thursday. We're going to have the lion's share of the rain, particularly Thursday night going into Friday morning, which is why we're going to lean this rain from Thursday with the yellow alert to Friday without a yellow alert. But remember, it's going to be messy Friday morning. But man, look at the weekend. Sunday, 74, and next Monday, that's almost 8.
Love that. Thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is up next. We'll see you tomorrow for Coast TV News at 5 a.m. Have a great night.